We are working on lesson 4 today, solving two-step equations. Get your note packet ready. If you don't have your note packet, get wherever you're taking your notes ready, hopefully your learning log. Get your title, solving two-step equations. Get your learning target. I can solve a two-step equation. And if at any time I'm going too fast, you can pause this, you can rewind it. It's meant to go at your own speed, okay? What is a two-step equation, you may ask? Well, a two-step equation is an equation that takes 2 steps to solve for the solution of the unknown or variable, which makes the equation true on both sides. Okay, so we've been doing equation work. They've been basic equations. Now we're kicking it up a notch, basically. Okay, so let's do some. Let's see what these look like. How do I solve two-step equations with any operation? Okay, I already have some steps written out for you if you have the pre-prepared note packet. If you don't, please write the steps down that I'm circling right now. Remember, in an equation, the left side equals the right side. Left side is the same as the right side. Left side is the same as the right side. That's what that equal sign means. So we're going to follow these 3 steps. We're going to zero pair that constant, just as we were doing before. And then our variable term, the coefficient has to be 1. Once the coefficient is 1, we have a solution, and then we will check that solution. All right, so let's put these steps to practice. I'm going to grab my pen here. My first equation is 2x plus 3 equals 9. Let's use what we learned in our expressions unit still to help us here with the parts. My variable term is 2x. My constant is positive 3. And remember, you find that constant, it's what's being added or subtracted to the variable term. All right, so step 1 says zero pair the constant. If constant is positive 3, how do I make a zero pair with positive 3? I'm going to do negative 3 on both sides because the left side and the right side are the same. All right. Positive 3, negative 3. That makes 0. That's why I've crossed those 2 out. So what am I left with here? I've got 2x, I've got an equal sign, and I've got positive 9 and negative 3. That's a battle. Subtract them, and you get 6. All right, now we have 2x equals 6. We need the coefficient of our variable term to be 1. It's a 2. So how do we get 2x into 1x? We've got to divide by that coefficient, and we're going to divide by 2 on both sides. 2x divided by 2 leaves you with 1x. 6 divided by 2 leaves you with 3. All right, so we have a solution, we think. We're going to do our substitution or check to make sure that the solution works and makes the equation true. So under the check, I'm going to rewrite my equation first just with the variable so I know where to do my substitution. For the variable, I got x equals 3. So I'm going to take that 3 and substitute it where x is. So I'm going to rewrite this as 2 times 3 plus 3. And then I'm going to do my PEMDAS math. Follow order of operations. 2 times 3, 6. Multiplication first. And then addition. 6 plus 3 is 9. Look at that. The left side, all that work on the left side, is the same as the value on the right side. We found the solution. Let's try another one. Negative 2 equals negative 5s plus 8. What do you notice about this equation? It looks reversed from the first one, doesn't it? That's okay. You can have your variable term, negative 5s, and your constant on the right side. It's not illegal. It can happen. Don't turn your equation around. Just work from it this way. So our constant is positive 8. We need to zero pair that. What makes a 0 with positive 8? Negative 8 is right. So we're going to put a negative 8 on both sides. and draw that wall. And we're going to see that -8 disappear on the right because now we moved it to the left. So now let's do our math. -2 and -8, that's a party. So you add them, get -10. The -5s falls down, and there's no more constants on the right side. We zero paired them out. All right, make coefficient of variable term 1. It's a -5 right now. So how do I get -5s to 1s? I'm going to divide both sides by that coefficient, by -5. The negative goes with, okay? And so we can see -5s divided by -5 leaves you with 1s, positive 1s. Your variable term coefficient always has to be a positive 1, okay? -10 divided by -5. Two negatives make a positive. I almost wrote that as a -2. Let me erase that. And I sung it, but I was too busy singing. +2. All right, let's see if the solution we got is the true solution and makes the equation true on both sides. So I'm going to rewrite my equation first with my variable s, so I know where to substitute the 2, right? The 2 goes where the s is. So we have -5 times 2 plus 8. PEMDAS math again. PEMDAS math. -5 times 2 is -10. -10 plus 8 is -2. And look at that. -2 and -2. They are a match. Look at all my arrows. Oh my gosh. Let's try one more. Oh, yes. -2 plus 2/3 w equals -10. We've got a fraction, a rational number. That's okay. We know what to do with those rational numbers. Not going to sweat it. All right, so my variable term is 2/3 w, positive 2/3 w. Get that positive in there. My constant is -2. So I'm still going to start by zero pairing that constant on both sides. -2 and a +2. Boom, make 0. And our 2/3 w just falls down. -10 and +2, that's a battle. That would get you a -8. All right, rational coefficients. How do we make that coefficient of the variable term 1? Look, I wrote it over here for you. Use the reciprocal, remember? Multiplying any rational number by its reciprocal makes 1. So I'm going to write this again in blue so that we can see that. And then I'm going to do the reciprocal in red. What would the reciprocal of 2/3 be? If you said 3/2, you're a genius. So remember, then we do numerator times numerator, which is 6, denominator times denominator, which is 6w, right? And over here, we put that integer, -8 over 1. So we can do numerator times numerator, -24, denominator times denominator, 2. Now let's simplify. 6 over 6 is the same as 1w. Yay, we got that 1. What's -24 over 2 the same as? If you said -12 over 1 or just -12, you are correct. Okay, let's do our chickadee check. We're going to substitute that solution in to make sure it does make our equation true. My writing's getting out of control here. All right, so our solution is -12 over 1, and we're going to put that where the w is. Let's use a different color. How about green? 2/3 times negative 12 over 1. I'll use the rational version since 2/3 is a rational number too. All right, nothing to the negative 2 yet. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24. 3 times 1 is 3. Now we got to simplify that. How many 3's go into negative 24? Hopefully you said negative 8, Mrs. Benoit. Negative 2 and negative 8. Party. Add them. Left side is the same as the right side. Hooray. All right. We are going to practice these. Take a picture of these notes, upload them, or bring them to class, or do both, and get ready to practice.